Hello world, it is Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, and looking out the window at Defiance. It's kind of overcast right now and kind of calm, but I think we're going to be having a very stormy day today with a chance even of, there is a tornado watch in effect. I think the worst of it's going to be later this afternoon, so pay attention to the weather and listen for any alerts. The devotion for today is entitled Resting State by Quinn Caldwell. And Quinn bases the devotion upon the Gospel of Luke, chapter 22, verses 3 through 6, New Revised Standard Version. Kind of excerpted from that. So Judas consented and began to look for an opportunity to betray Jesus to them when no crowd was present. And then Quinn writes, we're supposed to think of Jesus' betrayal as a discrete event, one aberrant thing. First, Judas was righteous, fully on the side of Jesus. Then he defected. A time before and a time after. What a uniquely evil guy. Nonsense. Jesus' betrayal isn't the aberrant state for Christians. It's our resting state. Selling out Jesus is the norm. In exchange for the benefits of membership in the community, we pay taxes to governments that use them for infernal purposes. We get paid by institutions whose policies and procedures would make Jesus weep. We attend churches that prize order and decorum above the gospel. We sneak into stores and restaurants that we know full well use their power for evil. Some of us do slightly better or worse in these days. A few of us make active decisions to try to destroy God. Most of us are working hard on improving. Still, we're all trapped in these webs of betrayal. Well, except maybe the saintliest of saints. But they all alienated everyone they knew or met, lived in locked rooms, did not have children, and were tortured to death. So, being alive in a sin-sick world means being infected ourselves. It is the norm, largely unavoidable for mortals. Thank God, then, that Jesus still invited Judas to supper, still dipped his hand in the bowl with him, that he built forgiveness into the system. Thank God that while Jesus' betrayal may be our resting state, grace is his. And the prayer. For the mundanity of my sin, forgive me. For the regularity of your forgiveness, thank you. Amen. Well, a couple of things went through my mind in this devotion. One, at the closing prayer, I think it's Annie Lamott who said the perfect prayer is, how did it go? I'm sorry, thank you. Because it's true. I mean, as Quinn talks about in his devotion, we're participating in daily in a system that has issues. Some horrible, some not so bad, but we can't escape it. It's integral to us. I mean, I have retirement investment accounts that I know are traded on the stock market, and it's not necessarily. I know it's not any kind of trading with the conscience, because there are funds that do that, but these are just general retirement accounts. So I'm part of that too. And we all are part of that. But that doesn't mean that we can't do what we can, try to do what we can do with what we have where we are and make the best of it. I guess the other part of it is that we're always forgiven and grace is always given to us. But we just got to we're doing better and trying to make this world a better place. The other thing that this devotion reminded me of, when the party talked about in churches, in governments that use our money for infernal purposes. What infernal means to you may be different than me, but for making war on others, for oppressing other nations, taking advantage of other nations and people, are just some examples that I can think of. And it really hit me that his statement about we attend churches that prize order and decorum above the gospel. A lot of church communities, congregations don't want to rock the boat, even though they know that there's social justice issues that need to be addressed, injustices in our world that should be addressed, but they don't want to disrupt people either in their congregation or in their community, and so they stay silent. And I was reminded of that as I try to every year read Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail, because that was one of the things he accused the white churches of in the time, is just not wanting to rock the boat, not getting involved, and silence or not making a decision is a decision. So keep trying, knowing that despite your best efforts, we're still enmeshed in a system that is not really good at its heart. But keep trying, because that's what we're all called to do. Hope you have a good day, and hope you stay safe today, away from the storms, and hope to talk to you again tomorrow.